What if one morning the world woke up and the rich were dying? Not the sick, not the old, not the poor, only the rich. At first, people thought it was just coincidence. A wealthy oil tycoon in Port Harcourt collapsed in his private gym. A crypto millionaire in Lekki was found lifeless, clutching his limited edition iPhone. A senator's wife slumped into a bowl of jollof rice at a wedding in Owerri. In less than 2 weeks, over 200 rich people across Nigeria dropped dead, all without warning. Doctors were confused, pastors were shouting about end times, Twitter was on fire. The news called it a rare global sickness targeting the wealthy, but online it was trending with one name: the rich flu. Before, being rich was something to be proud of. Now, it became a risk. People avoided anyone who looked too fresh. If your skin was too clear, people crossed the road. If your perfume was strong, conductors wouldn't let you enter Danfo. If your car windows were tinted, Lasma wouldn't touch you, but area boys would beg you to deactivate the wealth. Designer bags? Dangerous. Polished nails? Suspicious. Imported water? Practically poison. Rich people began pretending to be poor. Some started wearing old slippers, carrying plastic bags, and speaking with fake accents. A former minister in Abuja was caught in a tricycle wearing a Vote for Change t-shirt, sweating on purpose. But the sickness was smarter than disguise. It wasn't about what you wore, it was who you really were. If you had deep wealth, especially the kind gained through greed, pride, or manipulation, it found you. And that's where the Obi family comes in. Banana Island, Lagos. To say they were rich would be an understatement. Chief Obi made his first 100 million selling land no one could find on Google Maps. His wife, Madam Remy, ran a luxury skincare line called Glow by Remy. 90% of her clients were wives of politicians. They had 2 children, Amarachi, an Instagram fashion influencer who once went viral for saying, "I can't sleep without AC." Chuka, their first son, who ran a crypto advisory firm that only rich kids understood. They had 5 staff members, 2 chefs, a house manager, a personal driver, and 1 lady whose only job was to dust things. Their life was perfect until one day during breakfast, they got the news that their friend, Mr. Daffy, a billionaire based in Delta, had suddenly died. No symptoms, just fell flat beside the swimming pool. Madam Remy immediately said, "Maybe it's not the flu, maybe it's village people." Amarachi was more concerned about her next Instagram post. "Do I still post my day in my rich life reel?" Chuka was busy checking Twitter to see if any other crypto bros had been affected. But Chief Obi was quiet. He knew things were bad. That night, 2 more of his rich friends died. One during golf, another while sitting in traffic in a bulletproof SUV. When Senator Abiola, Chief Obi's old schoolmate, died mid-prayer at church, Chief Obi stood up from his massage chair and said, "From this day, we are poor." Silence. No more Range Rover. No more imported conflicts. No more calling your driver by buzzer. He called a meeting and laid down the rules. 1. Sell all expensive cars. 2. Eat only local food. 3. Wear clothes from Yaba Market. 4. Speak like regular Nigerians. 5. Tell everyone you are broke, even if it hurts. And that's how one of Lagos' wealthiest families went from dining with foreign ambassadors to hiding their generator from NEPA. But it wasn't enough. No matter how hard they tried to look poor, something always gave them away. Chuka's wristwatch glowed in the dark. Amarachi's accent slipped out every time she said yogurt. Remy was caught using rose water on her face, and Chief Obi refused to eat without Xavier. People started avoiding them. Even their gateman moved out saying, "Oga, And no one catch that accidental richness. The disease wasn't done yet, and it was getting closer. Would they survive? Would the truth about their wealth come out? Or would they all end up like the others, victims of money they thought would protect them? 2 weeks after Chief Obi declared his family officially poor, they had relocated from Banana Island to a modest rented duplex in Nigerian-inspired Lagos. The compound had one well, 2 generators that never worked, and a neighbor that grilled fish every night like it was a ritual. Amarachi cried every morning, "Why are there no mirrors in this house?" Chuka refused to shower with water from the well. Remy started praying aggressively at midnight. Chief Obi began chewing bitter cola like it was chewing gum. Even with all their efforts, the peeling clothes, the loud "I am broke" slogans, none of them felt safe. The deaths were still happening and getting closer. One of Madame Remy's close skincare clients died while waiting in a line at a spa. Amarachi's ex-boyfriend, a YouTube travel vlogger, collapsed in Ghana. Chuka's crypto mentor in Dubai tweeted, "I made it," and died 10 minutes later. The fear was no longer just online. It was in their house, in their dreams, and then the knock came. It was a Tuesday, hot, humid, and quiet. A tall man in a grey kaftan appeared at their gate, holding a thin black fowl. His shoes were too clean for a jiggle. His voice was calm, almost scientific. "Good afternoon. I'm with the World Health Group. I'm here for the Obis." They let him in slowly. He sat in their living room, crossing his legs like a professor. He didn't greet, he didn't smile. Then he said it. "We have a cure for the rich flu." The room went silent. "But it's not for everyone," he added. "It comes at a cost." "What kind of cost?" Chief Obi asked. The man opened the file. Inside was a simple sheet with 2 words: "Total surrender." "What does that mean?" Amarachi asked. "It means," the man replied, "you give up everything, not just your money, but how you got it, the lies, the manipulation, the greed. You confess, you release it, then we give you the vaccine." Remy scoffed. "So what are you, a doctor or a priest?" The man smiled, both in a way. He stood up, dropped a brown envelope on the table and said, "I will return in 48 hours. If no one is ready, we will know." That night, they opened the brown envelope. Inside was a document titled Wealth Assessment, Obi Family. It was their full financial history, every deal, every bribe, every fake product, every cover-up, even the 3.5 million Amarachi paid for fake followers, even the 10 million Shuka stole from a crypto client to pay for a trip to Zanzibar. They were being watched all along. Nobody could sleep that night. Remy sat in a corner, whispering Psalm 91. Chuka deleted his crypto page. Amarachi started archiving all her Instagram posts. Chief Obi stared at the ceiling like he was talking to him. The next day, they gathered in the living room. Chief Obi spoke first. "I once sold the same plot of land to 5 different men. When they found out, I told them to fight for it." Remy went next. "My skincare cream had harmful chemicals. I knew, but I kept selling it. I told women it was natural." Chuka muttered, "I scammed people. I gave them fake crypto advice and took their money." Amarachi looked ashamed. "I promoted a charity I never donated to. I lied about giving out phones. I was doing it for likes." Each confession felt like peeling off something heavy, and for the first time in weeks, they all breathed freely. True to his words, the grey kaftan man returned in 48 hours. He walked in, nodded once and said, "You are safe now." "Just like that?" Chuka asked. "Yes," he replied. "The flu doesn't attack money. It attacks who you became while chasing it. You have let go. That's the cure." As he turned to leave, he paused at the door and said something they never forgot. "Stay clean. The flu is always watching." Then he walked out. Months passed. the Obi family didn't return to Banana Island. Instead, Amarachi opened a small business called Fufu Republic, blending local food with fashion. Chuka became a crypto educator, helping people recover from online scams. Remy started selling real skincare, tested and certified. Shifobi began a foundation that gave land to displaced families. They were not billionaires anymore, but they were free. And somehow, they felt richer than they ever had before. So what would you do if money suddenly becomes a curse? Would you hide your wealth? Would you confess your secrets just to stay alive? Or would you keep pretending until the flu finds you too? They say money is power. But what if the true power is in letting go? The Obi family lost their riches. They found peace. They found truth. They found each other. And maybe, just maybe, that's what real wealth looks like. Now over to you. What does being rich mean to you? Do you think the rich flu is real or just karma with a fancier name? If this happened in real life, do you think you would survive it? Be honest. Thanks for watching, guys. If this story made you think, smile, or side-eye rich people a little, don't forget to like, comment, and share with someone who needs to hear this. And remember, in a world where the rich are dropping, stay broke might just save your life. Catch you in the next story. Bye.